Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. Here to talk about Lonzo Ball in his first two games out of the Summer League. My thoughts as a Laker fan. Now, if you were following me before the draft, you know that I prefer Josh Jackson over Lonzo Ball for the Lakers. But I did feel that Lonzo Ball was going to be an all-star soon enough, but that people were overhyping him a little bit. Now you're seeing why. People are now figuring out, and I was just proclaiming this from the hilltop, that Lonzo Ball's not a scorer. To which I say, duh, okay? I mean, his career high in college was 24 points. Okay, he averaged 14.5 points as the star for UCLA. He was never going to be a big-time scorer in the NBA. But he will be a nice pass-first point guard who gets you rebounds and is a lot like Jason Kidd. In fact, I think he's going to be better than Jason Kidd, or at least people will perceive him to be better than Jason Kidd, because I think he will ultimately score more than Jason Kidd, be a worse defender, but people don't really care about defense, so people won't really take that into consideration, and make more highlight plays, and play for a bigger market, obviously. So, I think he's going to be better than Jason Kidd. I think he's going to be similar to the level of Steve Nash and John Stockton that came before him. But my problem before the draft, and my problem now, is this infatuation with the pass-first point guard is unfounded to me. I don't understand it, okay? We keep talking about pass-first point guard. Like, that phrase, it's supposed to be a positive phrase. You know, we look at that phrase, it's a good thing to be a pass-first point guard, and I really don't understand why. Who are the last three winners of the NBA Finals? The Warriors, the Cavs, and the Warriors. All of whom had a point guard you would not describe as being pass first. Stephen Curry has pretty much taken over this league over the last 4 seasons. Is he pass first? No. Kyrie Irving, he was the sidekick to LeBron James. Is he pass first? No. You're gonna have to score a lot in this league if you really want to be impactful. Lonzo Ball will never be that. I don't foresee Lonzo Ball ever averaging more than 20 points per game. I could see him maybe getting up to 18 or 19, but I feel even that is a stretch. He is a pass-first guy, which is nice, and that's cute, but it's not going to make the impact some people think it will. We look at LeBron James. People criticize him for passing too much. And people would point at LeBron saying, well, look, he's pass first. No, he's not. Okay? LeBron James consistently averages over 26 points per game. In the finals, he averaged 30 points per game. Lonzo Ball can't turn that on for you. What Lonzo Ball will provide in his prime, 16, 17 points per game, 9 or 10 assists, 5, 6, 7 rebounds. It'll be nice. It'll be good. But if you want to win the NBA championship, you're going to need a better player, and I would argue probably 2. If you're looking for a star, potentially, on the LA Lakers, his name is Brandon Ingram, because that is the guy that on this team could get you the average of 26, 27, 28 points per game in the future. That's right. I'm talking about Brandon Ingram potentially doing that, potentially being your finals MVP. Guys like Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, and John Stockton are fine. They're good players. In fact, all 3 of those guys are Hall of Famers. None of them could win on their own. Steve Nash never won, and people say, well, he didn't have enough talent. Are you kidding me? That Phoenix Suns team was freaking stacked with Amari Stoudemire, Leandro Barbosa, Grant Hill, Sean Merriman. We all know these guys. They were absolutely stacked. Raha Bell. John Stockton had Karl freaking Malone next to him. If you replace John Stockton with Stephen Curry, does that team, the Utah Jazz, do they beat the Chicago Bulls? I think so, because scoring matters. And as LA Laker fans, we should know that better than anybody, because who's been winning championships for us over the last 16 years until he retired? Kobe Bean Bryant, who scored. And who was he teaming up with? Shaquille O'Neal, who scored a lot. It matters. LeBron, yes, he is pass happy, but he ain't pass first. Lonzo Ball is pass first. And this is what I try to warn people. Now, the thing that we have to account for, and I will account for, is perhaps he could become score first. That is the route that I think is possible, but it's a stretch. I was going back and I was looking at statistical data to try to find a comparison for a player that was a low volume shooter in college and then transitioned to be a high volume shooter in the NBA. There was one that would be most possible, most likely to compare him to, and his name is Russell Westbrook, who averaged, I want to say, 12 points per game his final year in UCLA, and then that number went up, and up in the NBA as he became more aggressive. This is possible with Lonzo Ball, but he must learn how to create offense off the dribble, because right now he just doesn't know how. As I told you before the draft, he only scores in 3 ways, literally 3. He's gonna take you off the dribble maybe for a step back 3, right? That's his move. If I'm ever guarding Lonzo Ball, I hope I am. I ain't getting if he's on today, if he's shooting well today, I'm gonna just stick on him because he's not that explosive to blow past me, because all he wants to do is this. He wants to do a step back and then get off that ugly jumper. That's all he wants to do. Number 2, he may try to blow past you, but in order for that to work, he's gonna have to catch you off guard because he ain't that fast off the dribble. Okay, and he'll go in for what will most likely be a layup. He never dunked on somebody off the dribble. He was able to catch a couple of alley-oops off the dribble, but whenever he dunked, the rim was wide open. So he's most likely going to go in for a layup, but it won't be a Kyrie Irving layup. Like, it won't be the most creative, imaginative thing you've ever seen. He goes in for a pretty basic layup. Like, his layup package in NBA 2K, it'd probably be like Steve Nash, right? It's not a very extensive layup package. Same goes for Stephen Curry. I mean, that's not a bad thing. But yeah, it's not that scary. And he catches alley-oops, which he hasn't done yet in the Summer League, but trust me, he will once he plays with Jordan Clarkson, most likely will provide him those alley-oops in the NBA. But speaking of Stephen Curry, there are similarities there because both Stephen Curry and Lonzo Ball like to score in pretty much 2 ways, threes or layups. That's pretty much all Steph does. Now, Steph has developed a mid-range game. Lonzo Ball will have to do the same. There is a path for Lonzo Ball to become this high-octane scorer that I really want him to. But this idea that he was going to come into the NBA and provide that off the bat was absurd, okay? All this hype was ridiculous. And the notion that Lonzo Ball was going to lead the Lakers to the playoffs in year 1 was ridiculous. He'll be lucky if he averages 12 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds this year. It'll most likely be like 11, 7.5, and like maybe 5, okay? And that'll be nice, but it won't be top 10 point guard production in the NBA, as you'll still have Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Stephen Curry, James Harden, if he's playing the point, he won't be. Chris Paul, plenty of point guards doing more than that. So, you know, look, Lonzo Ball, I still like him. He's going to be an all-star to me. Nothing he did shocked me in his first 2 Summer League games. The thing that was most shocking was that he did not shoot it well. Okay, this is a guy that shot 41% in college from the college three-point line and consistently took three-point shots a couple feet beyond that college three-point line, indicating he'd have success. But I also told you this, and I forewarned this. Look at his free throw percentage. It was 67% in college. That indicated to me, hey, he may have some struggles moving to that NBA three-point line. And also consider this, Lonzo Ball only shot 3 free throws per game at UCLA. He can't get to the free throw line. He hasn't even shot a free throw in Summer League. That also severely inhibits his scoring upside. If you can't get to the free throw line, I mean, that's problematic because he avoids contact. He's not physical. And if he gets to the free throw line, he ain't a lot to make them. So there are always these holes in Lonzo Ball's game. He will be very good in 3, 4, 5 years, but it's going to take 3, 4, 5 years. As a rookie, though, he'll make an impact. He ain't going to win Rookie of the Year. That's going to go to Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, or maybe De'Aaron Fox, as he's looking pretty productive for Sacramento. But in the future, this guy's going to be very good. But I caution you again, he is not going to be our best player on a championship team. We need Brandon Ingram to step up, and I loved what he did. I'll talk about him a little bit more in a second. We're going to need to sign a Paul George, and then to me, sign a Klay Thompson or LeBron. Then we could talk about Lonzo Ball being huge for our team, and he wouldn't be that huge at that point because he'd be surrounded by a bunch of stars. If you're hoping for a future where Lonzo Ball is our best player and he's Magic Johnson, that's where I'm not so sure about that. And people would also say this, look, Magic Johnson was pass first and he was great. Look, Magic Johnson was a threat to put up 40 points in any given night. I am almost 100% sure that Lonzo Ball will not score 40 points in his NBA career. I am pretty confident saying that, while Kobe Bryant did it on damn near every team. So look out for that, okay? He'll be very good. Give him time, my God, and the Lakers will be lucky to win 34 games this season. Let's talk about Brandon Ingram a bit. Just staying on the Lakers. So Brandon Ingram looks great. And look, I'm still on this guy. Last year, I had this guy ranked over Ben Simmons. And I'm sticking with that. I think Brandon Ingram could be that next big time scorer in the NBA. And we're seeing that because he's actually aggressive and he has nice isolation scoring to him. He's putting on weight. His upper body, his shoulders looked a lot broader to me. Compare his 2016 Summer League film to his 2017 Summer League film. You'll see a different Brandon Ingram. You'll see an uglier haircut, but you'll also see some more muscle and fat on his frame. He looked aggressive. He looked good. Now, he's going to have to start rebounding more. He averaged 4 rebounds per game last year. This game only got, I want to say, was it 1 or was it 3 rebounds? He either had 1 rebound and 3 assists or 3 rebounds and 1 assist, but it was either or. He needs to rebound more to me. I need to see him get at least 5. I know he's playing the 3, but I need to see him get at least 5, being 6'9". My God, get at least 5 rebounds per game. But I like what I'm seeing from Brandon Ingram, man. And you like him in the open court. This guy finds players in the open court. His players in stride. He and Lonzo together passing the ball in transition is a beautiful thing. I like the way this team is forming. We also had a huge performance from Kyle Kuzma, who was the number 27, was a 27 overall pick by the LA Lakers. I want to say it was either 27 or 28. They had 2 picks consecutively in the 2017 NBA draft. He was aggressive. He was good. But see, here's the thing. Thomas Bryant was also very good in the second round, who they took. Here's the thing, though. You know, this is my problem with this team. I'm going to make an entire video on this. I don't think this team should go after LeBron James. I don't think LeBron can win with this team. I know we think LeBron can win with anything, but LeBron is going to want to come in here and want to trade everybody. He's going to say, trade Brandon Ingram because I want to get Kyrie in here, which wouldn't be bad. Or I want to get, whoever I want in here. I don't think I want to do that. I know it's sacrilegious to say I don't want to sign LeBron James, but guys, we have Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. You have Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, Thomas Bryant, Larry Nance, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, Ivica Zubac, who's looked terrible in the Summer League. But that's 10 players I just named. All very young. We need to just let these guys grow. I'm all for signing Paul George. I'm all for signing Russell Westbrook. I'm all for signing Boogie Cousins or Klay Thompson because those guys haven't hit 30 yet. LeBron James with this team will be 34 in the playoffs. 34, 35, 36. He ain't winning with this crew. Whereas if you got Paul George and Russell Westbrook, or Paul George and DeMarcus Cousins, or Paul George and Klay Thompson, this team could grow together. Plus, I really want to sign Klay Thompson because how else can you beat the Warriors than signing a Golden State Warrior? So that's what I'm looking at, man. This is a young team. They're going to grow, but guys, it's going to take time. Laker fans, please. I can't believe we got so excited for this. We have watched for the past 3 years Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, and D'Angelo Russell, and you can even include Ivica Zubac and Jordan Clarkson. We've seen them in their rookie years. They haven't done shit, okay? We should understand at this point, rookies don't win. And even if your rookie really does do shit, like a Karl Anthony Towns or an Andrew Wiggins, they don't win shit. So let's just be patient. Let's let this thing ride out. It's going to take a couple years. But if we could sign Paul George and Klay Thompson in 2019, I think we could win something. But let's just be patient, man. We don't need to go get LeBron to me and try to quicken this rebuild. I think it's working. I think Lonzo is going to be very good. Brandon Ingram is going to be great. Sign Paul George, sign Klay Thompson. That way, now Lonzo Ball doesn't have to score for you. That'd be nice to me. Be patient. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Lonzo Ball Summer League play, the Lakers in general. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. This has been MJ on Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. Peace.